Hey guys, Jimmy here again, and today I'm getting the Mastery Dog Tag with the ACW-R carbine. This carbine has one of the highest fire rates in the game, as well as a very fast reload and quite a bit of recoil, so it is kind of a hassle to get to master, but it is nevertheless a pretty amazing gun. Now, it was kind of hard to believe whenever I saw that I didn't have 500 kills yet with this weapon, because I was like, isn't this weapon like kind of fantastic? I didn't really know why I didn't have 500 kills with it yet, but thankfully someone suggested it in my previous Mastery Dog Tags video, so I decided to take it up and finally managed to get it. But unfortunately I didn't get footage of me actually getting the dog tags for it because it was only 8 kills away, and whenever I was trying to record, it didn't record that one match that I got it in, so I just had to keep on going with it and recording the games after it. So there's no footage of that, but there is some pretty good footage of me raping people with this gun anyway. Now, a few days ago, I went back and watched some of my older videos, and I found that one where I was in with Squad Up guys on Wavebreaker, where all of the Squad Up guys were in the same server as me, and I was using the ACR, and in the video I was like, this gun I like to call the Bullet Master, and then I was like, I've never called it that, why the hell did I say that in the video? And honestly, yeah, I've never said that. I don't know why I said that in the video. I think I was just trying to sound like I know more about it than I actually do. I mean, the ACR is called the Bushmaster, the Remington. It has quite a bit of names, but the Bullet Storm is not something that I've ever called it, and probably no one ever has. It's just kind of stupid. That was kind of stupid of me to put that in that video. Now on to the ACW-R or the ACR. What does it have going for it? Well, to start off, probably the most standout trait of it is the high fire rate. It has one of the highest fire rates in the game, and it just absolutely shreds through people at close quarters. And of course, you could burst fire it to make it kind of effective at mid-range, but at long range you're going to be completely ineffective, and there's absolutely no use even trying to go for guys at longer ranges. And that's why I'm using the UNICA 6 with a 3x scope. It is a little bit more difficult to use than the MAGNUM 44 scoped, but I find it pretty useful altogether anyway. Now, of course, to couple with this high fire rate, of course, they had to make it pretty inaccurate, but this is actually not completely true, how inaccurate the ACW-R is in this game. In real life, some people consider it to be the most accurate automatic weapon ever made, and it's actually pretty cheap too, so it's in the runnings as a good choice to replace the M4 for the US military. The other front runner is the SCAR-H, but the SCAR-H is a little bit more expensive to manufacture than the ACR, so they're really seriously considering making it the US military's main gun. But of course that would probably take another major engagement, a major war, for them to finally phase out the M4 carbine. The ACW-R has almost a blazing fast reload. It's really quick, one of the fastest reloads in the game, especially for a gun of its caliber. This reinforces that view that it should be used in closer quarters, because of high fire rate and a fast reload. You're pretty much good to go, and that's why this is a favorite choice of a lot of people who play Battlefield. And I'd have to agree with them. It's really awesome how fast this is. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be paranoid, having to make sure you have a good sidearm so that whenever you're stuck reloading, if you're still surrounded by enemies, you'd be able to not get killed by the long reload. And it almost makes the gun like the FAMAS seem kind of superfluous, because the FAMAS's reload is so long. But the FAMAS does have a pretty faster kill time than the ACW-R does. So even though the ACW-R's is pretty fast, the FAMAS still kind of beats it out in close quarters, so I can understand the longer reload. If you can handle that slightly longer time to kill, it is so rewarding to have that quicker reload. And of course the ACW-R does kind of kick like a mule, especially if you put something like the heavy barrel on there. It's just gonna go all over the place if you don't know how to control it, or if you don't burst fire or tap fire. So that's why I was running with an angled foregrip after this. In that Giants of Karelia match, I was running with a heavy barrel and a 3.4x scope, but I was expecting longer range engagements, and I was having to use the ACW-R, and it didn't end up being that bad if you manage to tap fire the right way, if you know what you're doing. But if you're kind of new to the game, it could probably be too much for you, and it might end up getting you killed, or just end up with you missing your shots a lot more than you would like. But overall, the ACW-R is probably one of the most rewarding guns in the game to master. Probably not as rewarding as the FAMAS if you manage to figure out how to do that to the best of its ability, because that gun would absolutely rape people if you learn how to use it right. But this one is definitely up there as being one of the most effective. If you can manage the recoil, if you know how to use it in the right situations, it absolutely dominates other players. You're gonna go ham with it. I went ham a few times using this gun, and it was not that difficult because I figured out how to use it after using it so much. I figured out how to control the recoil, how to tap fire it correctly, and it was just an extremely fun experience. So there we go, another gun is down and only about maybe 40 more to go. But if you have one that you specifically want me to do, make sure you say it down in the comments and I will definitely consider doing it. Please no pistols. I just don't think that's a very good idea for an entertaining video. So if you guys like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And this is Yummy. Goodbye and good hunting.